Hello. Many of you know me, but some of you may not know that my name is Brett Kukin. And I'm Connie's son, the grandson of Donald Schroeder. It's been a difficult talk to prepare, and I'm sure it will be more difficult to get through in front of all of you. So if you're able to stop crying, at least audibly, that would help me get through it too. You may be familiar with the following request. All I want to hear is silence, and damn little of that. The trouble with giving these sort of talks and preparing them is that as we prepare them, we face the sad truths of why we're writing, as we do. I guess a part of me was somehow hoping this day would never come. There have been many close calls in the past, and I knew that the time was coming. And I'm still unable to be prepared, much as I feel a little bit about this speech since I printed it 1 minute before coming. Unprepared because I don't think I can encapsulate the effect and impact this man has had on my life and words. So I'll just try and tell a few stories that share a few of my feelings about my grandfather. Some of my earliest fond memories are being active with him. I grew up in Massachusetts, far from Iowa. And so it was a rare, joyous occasion when I got to see him. We would do athletic things like playing tennis and tossing the frisbee in the yard. He'd smile and teach me a trick or a new way to throw. One time when I was young, he was going through a spelling word list with me. And so I asked him, "Hey, Paka," that was my name for him, "how do you spell the word skunk?" And he looked at me and he said, "P-U." And he had a laugh. And it became our running joke whenever I'd have a question for him of any kind throughout the years. Now, at some point I decided to call him Paka. I was too young to remember my exact thought process as to how I arrived at this novel title, but I've been told that I was the one who coined that term. If anyone remembers this exact moment, please share the story with me later, because I was very young at the time. I can only assume that it was because he provoked such sweet grandfatherly affections that I had come up with a new, non-existent word to describe him. I'm glad this name caught on, and I believe he changed his Iowa license plate at one point to the word P-A-H-K. I like the term to describe him, and I feel it is a fine legacy. Maybe we can get together, petition Merriam-Webster, add another new word. Paka. What does it mean, you ask? You may ask.
What does it mean?
Playing along. Just think about him and how he made you feel. That's what it means. We'll have to work together on a list of synonyms. It'll live on in this word and in all of us. Whether or not those dictionary people make an addition, as we incorporate the positive ethics he had in his life. Loyalty, humility, affection, playfulness, to name a few. You know what I mean. Pockiness. Tribute speeches often include inspiring quotes from famous authors. I'll use one from the man himself. "How come you are so soon of late? You used to be behind before, but now you're first at last." He told me this at one time. I actually arrived early to something when nobody expected it. Around my middle school years, I decided to get a recording of him collecting his sonnets, as I think we should all call them. I hope that you've heard him before and get the chance to listen to them every now and then. Remind yourself of his voice and character. Here's another classic. I wish I were a fish. I wish I were a bass. I'd climb up on the rocks and trees and slide down on my hands and knees. But now I have to close. This has been a tough talk. Thank you for listening. I'll finish with a couple more recent memories. One of them sitting in his chair, hands folded, looking over to give me a nod of that specific and reassuring smile. Just a moment. The last one's a tearjerker. And the last time I spoke to him on the phone, with his characteristic enthusiasm, saying, "Hi, Brett!" when he knew it was me on the line. And now the time has come to say a final bye now to you, Parker.